What it do, y'all? It's your boy Lumberjack Hash coming at y'all with another Screwface reaction. You know what I'm sizzling. I'm free. This is going to the Black Lives Matter movement. The whole situation going on around us right now. I'm not even talking anymore. I'm gonna play this video. It's 6 minutes of me just rambling. I think I'm gonna add this to the end. Yeah, so if you want to hear my opinion on the situation going on around us and how I think some of us could help without doing violence or going and putting our bodies in harm's way for these peaceful protests and then getting tear gassed and rubber bullets shot at you, then that's really not the way. If that's what you want to do, go do it. But if you want to hear my opinion on it, I'll put it at the end. Stay tuned. Right now, I'm just gonna shut the hell up and get into this reaction. Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. Screwface, I'm free. Let's get it. This fool is dressed up in his tuxedo with his bow. You know, I'm sizzling. Let's see what he's got to say. Before I start it, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for me. Turn to black and blue. You already know what to do. Like the dude in the mother effing corner over here somewhere. I did it. Okay. I don't know, but you know I'm sizzling. Turn to black and blue. Yeah, I mean, let's go. See? Hey. I like, hey. I so thought that was the older riots, but that probably could be mixed in with the riots today. It's so crazy. If you put them both in black and white, it looks the same. If you look really close, you can see newer things, like people with phones and stuff like that. But see, like, this looks like it's back in the day, and that's today. I don't know.
Took a lot to get through this, but niggas' eyes free.
You was free,
the
bro.
hit Brainiac.
I'm free, despite the way you beat me and you treat me in the streets. Despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when.
Do y'all get that? 13th? Wow. Hey, that's the 13th Amendment. That's when they abolished slavery as like real slavery. But you could become technically a slave when you do a crime and you're punished for it. It's like when you go to prison and you work on making license plates and stuff like that for like pennies on the dollar for an hour, like 6 cents an hour type. That's slavery. It's the exact same thing, but that's legalized slavery. You were in trouble, so now you're getting punished, so you have to do work to stimulate the it's wow, yo. He said I'm free despite the way you treat me in the streets, despite the way you beat me and see me. Like, come on.
Treat me in the streets, despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. One more time, I'm free. Despite the way you beat me and you treat me in the streets. Despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. They run as quick as they can as they're getting hit with the cans. The gas fill up the air as they cover lips with their hands. The stand.
That's facts, yo. When they start shooting the tear gas at you, everybody starts running as fast as they can. It's to covering their faces like that's gonna protect them, yo. That shit is crazy. It gets everywhere. You gotta have a gas mask.
Rise from the corpse of an innocent man. The air as they cover lips with their hands. The stench rise from the corpse of an innocent man. He got a fifth in his hand cause he's a fifth of a man. Ain't that how you said it? I just had to make.
That goes back to old school shit, yo. They used to say black people were a fifth of a man, like they're not a full man, so you can't treat them completely as a man, right? He said he's got it. The cop said the reason why he's dead is because he had a fifth in his hand, a full fifth, you know, because he's just a fifth of a man. Screw, yo, man, the wordplay, Screw.
Man, he got a fifth.
Screw had this had to come super deep from Screw's core, because like I could never understand. Growing up black, I'm white. I grew up white. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So like, as much as it angered me and hurts me to see everything going on, my brothers, my homies, my black friends, like them seeing it going on, it's like that's even crazier. Man.
In his hand cause he's a fifth of a man. Ain't that how you said it? I just had to mention so they don't forget it. We were just asking for credit. Took too many deaths to get it. I get it. The nation crying and people apologetic. I hope we don't start dying when all of this isn't trending. I'm
sorry I'm pausing, yo. He said that we just wanted credit. It took too many deaths just to get it. Now I get it. people are crying and saying sorry, are apologetic, basically saying sorry. I just hope that this shit doesn't end when, like, we don't start dying again, basically, when all this ends and it's not, like, up in front of our faces. Like,
so they don't forget it. We was
pretty much the same thing like how it happened with Rodney King. It was all nice and peaceful, and while it was still, like, you know, resonated in everybody's brains, but, like, a generation or two later, same shit started happening again.
just asking for credit. Took too many deaths to get it. I get it. The nation crying and people apologetic. I hope we don't start dying when all of this isn't trending. I'm sending hope, but I'm critical. This just might be the miracle. But 28 years of being black that made me cynical. They show us dying in the news until us dying is the news. Show us lying.
And see, that's the thing, yo. Me and Screw are the exact same age. Like, our birthday's a little bit different, so there's probably a little bit of months difference. But still, we're both 28. 28 years growing up black is a completely different, you know, experience than 28 years growing up white. Doesn't matter what part of town I came from, what hardships I've had. The fact that I could walk into any store, especially, I mean, I did a lot of dirt back in the day. Like, I'm a pretty boy. I used to be the driver because I'm the pretty boy. I'm a pretty white boy. I do my hair over to the side, comb it up, put on a button shirt. No cop's gonna look at me twice. You know what I'm saying? You could be a black dude dressed up completely 100% nice, and then you think you're just a drug dealer. I'm like, oh, why is this black dude got money?
That made me cynical. They show us dying in the news until us dying is the news. Show us lying in the pool, but then they lie in interviews. Kids dying before they finish school. With that pen, it's hard to say rioting isn't cool. And active violence in the news. Show us lying in the pool, but then they lie in interviews. Kids dying before they finish school. With that pen, it's hard to say rioting isn't cool. And active violence stops active violence. This the rule. If this ain't true, then why you say stop or I'm gonna shoot? I'm free.
I've been trying to explain this to people. Thank you, Screw. Thank you. I've been trying to explain this to people, yo. People are like, yo, I agree with the protest. I agree with all that, standing up for the rights and da-da-da. But becoming violent and looting and throwing stuff at the cops and whatever, you know, breaking stuff, burning stuff, that's not right. Two wrongs don't make it right. Violence against violence isn't going to stop violence. Okay, then how come the cops say, you better stop or I'm going to kill you? Violence doesn't conquer violence, huh? Okay, then how come back when Rodney King and them all died, after they were doing peaceful protests and walking in the streets arm in arm, getting blasted with fire trucks of water and stuff, and then he still gets assassinated. Then they start tearing everything up, burning everything, and then the government's like, okay, yeah, we got to do something. We got to fix something here so they can stop. I'm just saying there's a lot more people than our government. People keep saying that, oh, they're going to send in the military. The military are us. You really think other military people are going to shoot down veterans? You guys are fucking retarded.
Despite the way you beat me and you treat me in these streets, despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you really understand what I've been through. Motherfucker, I'm free. Despite the way you beat me and you treat me in these streets, despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you really understand what I've been through. I'm free. We protest, they only talk about the loot. Can't take a knee, they
We protest and they only talk about the looting. For real, yo. You could only see the looting. You can't even see the... And you gotta understand what escalated that. I was there. We was peaceful. Cops started snatching people in the dark. We got to a dark part of the city on Fremont. Cops started snatching them. We were all peaceful. That escalated it, right? Then they started pushing people. Okay. And then they started pointing their guns at us. Okay. And then they simultaneously went behind two other officers and put gas masks on, getting ready. All right, we're peaceful. People are on their knees. Dude's on his knees getting shot at with rubber bullets. Like, come on. And I seen it with my own eyeballs. Here in Vegas. I'm just saying, yo, like,
I'm free. We protest, they only talk about the loot. Can't take a knee, they only talk about the troops. A planned strategy, that's how these bastards do. It's a classic move to distract you from the truth. I see Philando in a coupe when I'm rapping in this booth. Sean rung the bell, Trey dropped the bomb, and George dropped the nuke. I gotta do what I gotta do.
They're like, yo, why are they acting like all crazy like this? Dude, it took 3 of them. It took 3 people to die before they started, not they, I don't want to be like that, before we all started getting crazy. Right? Actually, you know what? I'm going to speak on terms of if I was like the elite or whatever the hell that is, right? They're like, why are they getting crazy, right? Oh, we killed 3 of them. Oh, so now they're getting mad. Also, we have the internet. The internet is publicized, bro. We could pull this phone out and instantly go live and start filming the police, which I suggest everybody does. You film the police no matter what. You got record. They have these body cams, but they don't have to turn them on. Man, yo, Screw, this is such a good song, good message.
Sean rung the bell, Trey dropped the bomb, and George dropped the nuke. I gotta do what I gotta do. I ain't gun-proof, and watch the young you, cause one day could be my son too. The Sun Tzu don't undo them dumb moves. We don't come through over one dude, now they confused. But it's more than him, there's been more than 10. Oh yeah, fuck coons. If you ain't on the side of the righteous, nigga, fuck you. Cause if I say that my life matter and you look confused and try to say that all lives matter, then I'ma snuff you.
Facts, yo. I have an explanation on this in the end of the video if you want to stay tuned. Basically, if you can't understand Black Lives Matter within the whole all lives matter, and you can't stand behind saying Black Lives Matter, then like I don't get why you would even think that all lives matter. That's a selfish thing to say. Like,
cause that means you don't know what this shit about. This isn't clout, there's a crisis happening right now. I've been surrounded by culture vultures and kid rocks. Matter of fact, I ain't really hear too much from hip hop.
Where you at, Ryan? Where you at, Creek Squaw?
Vultures and kid rocks. Matter of fact, I ain't really hear too much from hip hop. It's okay when it's time to play, then you get props. But when we really need you to kick it, then you kick rock. Free. Despite the way you beat me and you treat me in the streets. Despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. Motherfucker, I'm free. Despite the way you beat me and you treat me in these streets. Despite the fact that prison makes us slaves, the 13th. Free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. So, don't hold me back as they homes attacked on the cul-de-sac. The only thing we owe in Candace is dick or an open slap. So homies back, no more harassment, cause you know we black. I know you whack, probably accept that apology from Doja Cat. Speak from experience and serious, I'm scarred. The Lincoln police to me ain't never had a heart. They done pointed guns at me, thought I'm someone I was not. With 16 in the clip, I was 16 in my car. And at that point, that homie could've been Trayvon. So gon' need more than Cupid shuffles, the hustlers, they wrong. We in the
And that's the thing that we have to live with, right? I personally don't have to live with it. I've never had that situation. Well, actually, I had once, and it was because my black homie was the one driving. But they weren't pointing the guns at me. They're pointing them at him. For what? I don't know. And technically, I was the worst character in the car at the time. This is the reality, yo. Like he said, he was just 16 driving his car, and they pointed clips at him thinking he was someone else with 16 in a clip. Like,
homie could've been Trayvon. So gon' need more than Cupid shuffles, the hustlers, they wrong. We in the middle of a storm like Johnny, flame on. Cause we done seen too many black bodies get preyed on. Look, fuck if you trigger on this truth that I deliver. I would never tap dance for a sub or to make some figures. I am not these other figures that shuck and jive, they ain't killers. I figured when they justify white boys saying nigga. Despite the way.
alright. This is a thing right here. I had to learn this too. I actually got the pass a long time ago with a lot of my homies. I got really comfortable saying it around them. And it took one OG that I never met that heard me say it once, and he explained it to me. And he's like, you can't say that. He goes, I can see you respect and you love black people, you have black homies and you respect them. That's the only reason why you feel uncomfortable to say it the way you say it. I can tell you're not saying it in a disrespectful way. You say it because you're around them all the time and it's rubbed off, and it's a way of life basically. When you're around people so much, it's gonna rub off the way they talk. But it's a self of character. It's self-discipline character. It's something that we can't say. It's if you respect them and the history of everything, you cannot say it. If you don't, you really do deserve to get slapped. Like, I don't understand why people can't get that message. Like, it's crazy. And like I know a lot of white people that still use it, and it took me a lot of effort because it became a habit around my homies to say it. And now I check myself every time. You can't say it. Period, point blank. Like Crip said, I'm sorry. Crip did a tweet talking about how he used to rap the other people's songs faster, right? And he was rapping verbatim, and a lot of them had the N-word in them, right? And he wasn't disrespecting anybody, but in the fact that he was still saying it, it's still kind of disrespectful to the history of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just don't say it.
You beat me and you treat me in these streets, despite the fact that prison makes us slaves. The 13th, free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. Motherfucker, I'm free, despite the way you beat me and you treat me in these streets. Despite the fact that prison makes us slaves. The 13th, free is when I see you. Really understand what I've been through. I'm free.
And I actually watched this speech. Actually made me tear up, yo. Like, it's crazy, the whole situation of 2020 with everything that's dominoing, affecting, and history really does repeat itself. It's crazy. Maybe this time we as a people can get this right, because it's obviously what we did 10 years ago, not 10 years, a while. Obviously what we did in the past didn't work, you know what I'm saying? I'm not very good on, years and stuff like that. Time frames, I'm not very good about that. I couldn't even tell you that. I had to look it up. I know it's like 90s, I think? I don't know. So that's 28 years ago, some shit like that. I don't know, but basically what I'm saying is hopefully we can get this right this time, and we can, as a people, use our voices to move the chess pieces within the government to get it to a place where it's for the people and not for the elite, and we get justice and righteousness. And to all my white people out there, you gotta step back and look at the situation in a different point of view. Try to put yourself in others' shoes, and then realize our positions. You know what I'm saying? And if you use your position for anything other than to help, just know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? My name's Lumberjack Hash. This is a deep message. Like I said, stay to the end. I'm about to put that up here in a minute. My whole opinion on everything going on. But yeah, Lumberjack Hash, I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. The whole situation going on around us right now, which is crazy and needed in the same sense as some of it's not. But who knows? Who knows the real rules to rioting or protesting? Protesting equals violence. I mean, think about what happened right after Rodney King died. Riots, and then they changed the laws and made shit different for black people and gave them a little more equal rights. Not saying that it's completely perfect for them yet, especially when cops are killing them left and right. I mean, cops are killing white people too, but it's the simple fact of racism with cops, white cops especially, killing black dudes that are unarmed, that are technically good people. They're not criminals. Sometimes they are criminals, but that doesn't justify murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, cops are supposed to uphold the law, serve and protect, which they really haven't been doing. I think they changed their oath to terrorize and criminalize. I don't understand how it's crazy. Me as a white guy, I do see my privilege. It took me about 18 years, not even, it was like 16 years for me to really fully understand what white privilege was. I grew up in Vegas. Yes, I went to foster. It's a whole long story. When I got out of foster, I went back to my dope head family, right? So basically my dope head family, they're dope heads. So they moved a lot. We moved to a lot of ghettos. I had a lot of black friends. I would be hanging out with like 4 or 5 black dudes, you know what I'm saying, you know, skate park, whatever. I had the weed on me. I had whatever. I had blow on me one time, right? Just we all you know test stuff. I was younger, I was stupid. I did a little bit of dumb things, but I had some coke on me, right? We were going from the skate park to the house, or to one of their houses or some shit. It was like the old party or something. I don't remember exactly. But there was 4 of them, 1 white dude and a Mexican guy. So 4 black guys, 1 white dude and a Mexican, right? We're all homies. We're all 16, 17-ish, right? None of us are 18 or older, right? One cop pulls up on us. He points at me and tells me to leave. I'm like, what? And at this point, I realize what I have on me, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. And my homies, they all know what I have on me, and they don't have anything on them. They're like, all right, cool, go get, right? So I slowly start walking, and then like 6, 7, 8 other cops pull up on these motherfuckers. Turns out that 2 of my homies went to jail, and they're both black. Tyrese and Jamal. Like, for what? I don't know. They said that they fit a description of whatever. It was false. It was a false identity, basically, what they chopped it up to. Cops can do whatever the fuck they want, I guess. Especially the black people. It's crazy. You didn't click on this video to hear me talk about all this crazy shit. You just want to hear my reaction to this, but this is part of my reaction to it. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's crazy, you know. Like, I was down at the protests, rubber bullets came flying by me. Like, they don't give a F who you are at the protest now. Like, they don't care what color you are. They're coming at you, period. Like, they said white people to the front. I thought we was cool. I went to the front trying to protect my homies, right? Nah, rubber bullets started flying at us. I seen a white dude get shot in the face with a goddamn tear gas. No, that's the protest. If that's what you want to go do protest. Try to stay peaceful as possible, but do not put your body into harm's way unless you're ready to take the violence to their level of violence. Like, they're coming at you with non-lethal, but them things are lethal. You get shot close enough, you're getting killed. I'm just saying. Rubber bullets came flying by me. I was out. I haven't been back to the protest because I realized that me as my position that's not gonna help. I just got angered. I wanted to get my gun and start shooting at cops, and that's not the answer. The answer is to go and vote and actually do things within. I don't mean vote like president-wise. Yes, you can, but like there's a thing called electoral college, which you would have to. I don't even know if you can vote people into electoral college or not. I'd have to look that up. But there's electoral college, and they handle all the governmental type shit. It's like because if it was a popular vote, California would win all the time. They have so many people over there, you know, sizzling. So they did it like that to where there's so many votes from each state, and that equals up the popular vote of whatever, right? So voting for the president isn't the way, but voting for your local people that are running your states, like, that's the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, vote your police chief in, vote your whatever judge. I forgot the exact names. I'm not like that, you know, intellectual about that kind of stuff, but I have been doing a lot of research on it. Also, support your local black businesses, local minority businesses, not just black skin. This is bigger than just one race. Yes, this one race is the face of it, and they are the ones that have been getting the worst of the American justice for the longest time. And if you can't get behind Black Lives Matter, not understanding that that's part of the whole thing of all lives matter. If you can't get behind Black Lives Matter, I don't get why you, like, how you expect all lives to matter. If you can't accept Black Lives Matter, how do you understand that all lives matter? It makes no sense. You got to get behind one for it all to work. It's crazy, bro. Like, that's just crazy. But, like, get back to my topic. I like to jump around. I start ranting. Support your local minority businesses, meaning go on Yelp, go on Google, look up black-owned businesses, look up independent-owned businesses in your community. Look, and then you can add the black to it, and you'll find some. Go and spend your cash with them. That way you can help circulate the cash flow within those communities so they can get up from underneath the thumb of the government, meaning like welfare and stuff like that. There are hundreds of white people that are on welfare. Don't even get me wrong with that. Like that's besides the point. But they I don't know, like that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get into that topic.